Hello everyone, welcome to TutorialsPoint. In this video, we are going to start our discussion with the first phase of Meiosis I, which is known as the Prophase I. So let us look into what are the different activities a cell is performing during this phase known as the Prophase I. So in Prophase I, this is basically the first phase of Meiosis I. So the cell division, the steps of the M phase of Meiosis I starts with Prophase I. This is much more complicated than the prophase of mitosis. So the general processes that is occurring in case of mitosis prophase is quite different from the prophase that is happening in case of meiosis. So what are the differences? We'll just discuss. This is divided into 5 subphases: leptoteam, zygotine, pachytene, diploteam and the diakinesis. So these are the 5 subphases, the prophase I of meiosis I, that has been divided into. The pre-leptonema stage, that is a stage, small stage before this leptonema stage or leptoteam stage, has also been found out. So this may or may not be present. So this has been also found out in some cases in some of the cells. The chromosomes are not distinguishable in this prophase I. So properly the chromosomes are not visualized. The sex chromosomes are often seen in case of the heterochromatic bodies. Now, we are going to discuss about all these 5 subphases of Prophase I in detail. So, first let us start with the phase known as the leptoteam. So, leptoteam, this is the first stage. This is also known as the thin threaded stage, right? The volume of the nucleus increases. So, in this stage, the volume will increase. The mass of the nucleus is also increasing gradually. The formation of asters. So, we know what are asters? The centrioles, they start moving towards the poles and they start developing the microtubule protein filament like structures. So these asters, which are star shaped bodies, are formed. The condensation of the chromatin by dehydration. So we know initially that the chromosomes or the DNA is present as chromatin network. So they start dehydrating and they form condensed thin thread like structure, and this starts with the first phase known as the leptoteam. So they start condensing. The chromosomes, they appear as thread. As you can see over here, this is a typical diagram. This has been zoomed into over here. So one pair has been taken in order to understand. So initially it was present as network. Now you can see that it has transformed into proper shaped chromosome like structure, which is condensed. So chromosomes appear thread like and made up of 2 sister chromatids. So we can see there are 2 sister chromatids. So these are the activities a cell is performing during the stage known as leptoteam. After leptoteam, the stage comes which is known as the zygotine. So in zygotine is also known as the yoked threaded stage. This shows the formation of synapses or synthesis. So what is this? Here the homologous pairing of chromosomes happen. Now first let's discuss what do we mean by homologous pairs. We know in case of diploid organism, one of the pair of a chromosome comes from the paternal body, paternal cells. The other pair comes from the maternal cells. Now they pair up and these chromosomes are very much similar to each other because they have got the same type of genes which are present in the same locus. That's the reason they are known as homologous chromosomes. So these homologous chromosomes, they start pairing up. Hence this process is known as synapsis or synthesis. It results in the formation of bivalents. As you can see, suppose this is the chromosomal pair of one pair of homologous chromosomes. They have started pairing up. It's 2, then that's the reason it is known as the bivalence. So formation of bivalence take place because the synapsis or synthesis is happening in this phase of known as the zygotine. The pairing of homologous chromosomes appear and they appear in the zipper fashion, right? So in a zipper fashion, these homologous chromosomes, they start pairing up, they come together. After the phase of zygotine, the phase which comes is known as the pachytene. This is a very important phase, one of the most important phases in the whole process of meiosis. So in pachytene stage is also known as the thick threaded stage. In this stage, the further condensation of chromosomes happen. The chromosomes condense further dehydration, and it attains a thick thread like structure. It results in the dyad formation. Now we have already seen that the homologous pairing happened. Now what happens between the non-sister chromatids? As you can see over here, a pairing or crossing over happens. You can see over here that the 2 pairs, they have crossed over. So this is the important step which is happening in case of the pachytene, which is known as crossing over. Due to this crossing over, it results in the exchange of genetic material or recombination between genes of these two non-sister chromatids. This results in the variation of characteristics that we usually see in case of sexually reproducing organisms. So this crossing over between the non-sister chromatids happen, and this crossing over is very much regulated by a very important enzyme which is known as the recombinase. So this stage, Pachytene stage, is important because of the process of crossing over or recombination of genes that is happening with the help of the recombinase enzyme. After the step of Pachytene, the stage known as the diplotein comes. What happens in diplotein? Diplotein is also known as the double threaded stage. This is the stage which consumes the longest time of all the stages of the 5 stages in case of Prophase I. So here it is the longest stage. The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus or the nucleoli, they start disappearing in this phase, that is diplotein. A very important step is the homologous chromosome starts separating. So initially the area where the chiasmata or the point of attachment which has taken place, it starts separating. The homologous chromosome starts pushing each other and they start separating from this, goes at a distance from each other. So this results in the term known as the terminalization. What is terminalization? If suppose this crossing over we are seeing over here, it had happened in this area. So slowly what happens, this crossed over area or region of attachment, point of attachment, which is also known as the chiasmata, this chiasmata slowly moves towards the end, as you can see over here. If initially this chiasmata was initially formed in this position, so slowly and steadily because of the separation of homologous chromosomes, what happens, this chiasmata moves towards the terminal end. So after the process of diplotein, the last or the 5th stage of Prophase I comes, which is known as the diakinesis. Here the completion of terminalization happens. What do we mean by this? That the chiasmata completely moves at the end or the tip point of the homologous chromosomes, but they remain attached. So here the terminalization is completed. The non-sister chromatids remain in contact, so they are not separating, they still remain in contact because the chiasmata is still there at the telomeres. Telomeres are the end position which has got repeated sequences of bases at the end of the chromosome arms. So at the telomeres, so these chiasmata remain attached still in the step of diakinesis. So complete disappearance of the nuclear membrane and nuclei. So at this point, the nuclear membrane and the nucleolus, they completely disappear. So in this video, we have talked about a very important stage of meiosis I, that is Prophase I, and we have talked about the 5 important stages or phases of the Prophase I. I hope you have understood and liked this video. Thank you.